everybody, Janice Cook here. I am the leader for Team Here We Grow. Hi team. As you are probably all aware, Carla had asked some of her leaders or most of her leaders to take a few minutes to speak on something that they feel can help all of the new consultants and even current consultants better their business. And I have chosen to speak on great customer service and going the extra mile. Not that I'm an expert by any means, but I do know the importance of providing great customer service and doing something to set yourself apart from other people when they're running their business. When you first start off, of course, the majority of your customers are already going to be current friends and family, but you'll quickly start growing your network, and you want to keep those new people you're meeting coming back. And that's usually the hardest part of the business, is growing that network and maintaining it. So the first step for, as far as I'm concerned, for great customer service is first and foremost, establish a relationship with these people, build friendships with them, so then when you are following up with them, it doesn't feel salesy or pushy. They just feel like they're being approached by one of their friends. So it makes it a lot easier. So whenever I have a new contact, through a party or whatever the case may be, I always try to find them on Facebook. I always add them as a friend on Facebook, and they have the option to either accept or not, and that's entirely up to them, and I do respect their decision either way. However, if they do accept my friendship, I'll send them a quick message at some point, and just let them know that I have a VIP group and a Facebook page, and I'd be more than happy to add them if they wanted to, so I give them the option for that too. I certainly don't just go in and add them to my group without asking them first, because I think that's really important as well, getting their permission so they feel like they're the ones making the decision. So once I've added them to Facebook, added them as a friend on Facebook, and messaged them and gotten the okay to add them to my group, then I can start building relationships with them. So then when I follow the follow-up 222 rule, I'm a lot more comfortable approaching them, and I think they feel a lot more comfortable with me approaching them. And in case some of you aren't aware of the 222 rule, this brings me to my next point, which is follow-ups for great customer service. Follow-ups are so important once you've established that relationship. So the 222 rule is once somebody has purchased something from you, in a couple of days, just reach out to them really quick to make sure everything's, I should say not once they purchased, once they've received their order. Follow up with them in a couple of days to make sure that everything was to their satisfaction and everything's working. And then a couple weeks time, follow up with them again just to kind of reconnect with them and make sure everything is still working well, because sometimes bulbs will burn out or something and they don't necessarily always think to come back and ask you about it. And then the third two is in 2 months time, follow up with them again, because they might be ready for refreshing their stock, whether it be laundry or wax, or maybe there's a monthly special going that month that you want to make them aware of. So the second thing is follow-ups, which are so important. Just making them feel comfortable and at home. So number one, establish a relationship with all your new network connections. Number two, follow up with them. Follow the 222 rule. If you're not sure what it is, if you want more information on the 222, just leave a comment below or message your sponsor or director, and they can go through it with you. Number three, when you're taking orders from your customers, make sure it's not just a generic transaction. I always like to make sure I start the conversation off with, hi, how are you? How is so-and-so doing? Because remember, I've established relationships with these people, so I know if their son's starting grade 1 or maybe their husband just had a birthday. So I'll always ask something personal about them. Then take their order and then thank them for it, for their order. And I always make sure I offer an upsell. So if they're ordering a new warmer, I always remind them, do you want to order any extra bulbs? Or if it's a warmer I know they're going to love and I know it probably won't be available long, I'll suggest ordering a second spare dish to go with the warmer, things like that. So taking your orders, making them feel personal to them, because that's the beauty of direct sales. It's not like going to Walmart and number 3 please. You want them to feel personal and you want them to feel good about their purchase. So number 1, establish relationships. Number 2, follow up with those relationships. Number 3, be personal when taking their orders. And number 4 is when you're getting their orders ready. I like to make sure this is where you can really make your business personal to you. You can add your own little things to the orders that will make them feel extra special. A couple things I like to do. I always order the scent or the warmer of the month kit. So I always do up little scent sample packets. And for this month, I have one here that I did up for the Hocus Pocus warmer and the Casting Spells scent. So I do them a little bit different every month. This month, I put them in a baggie because number 1, I was at a small baggie, so I used a bigger baggie. And I just folded the brochure in 3. Of course, I put all my contact info on it. I got a rub and sniff sticker on the back of the scent. Inside, there is a half a cube of the wax in there. And then on the front, of course, is my contact info again. And then I just did a little handwritten note about the join special, so they know that that's going on. And I'm going to put those in the bags. But every month it's different. Some months I'll do washer with samples. Here's an old example of last Christmas time. This one isn't complete, but I had done up flyers, put all my contact info with the sample, and folded it and sealed it with a scratch and sniff sticker. And I'd gotten these little mini cards at the dollar store, and I attached one with my contact info with handwritten note wishing them Merry Christmas and offering them 5% off their next order as a Christmas bonus. So including personal specials, if you can do it, as long as you're doing it privately this way, they're perfectly fine. And it makes the customer feel special knowing that you took the time to handwrite these, because some people have quite a few orders going out. So that's just one of the ideas I'll do at Christmas time. And I don't know how everybody else bags them. I usually use a lot of the clear plastic bags that come in the orders. I do sometimes order, depending on the month, if it's a seasonal month like Halloween, I'll probably go get some orange bags or whatever. And I close everything up, put some pretty ribbon, and put their label on it and stuff. So make those orders personal to you too, so when they get the bag, they're excited about it before they've even opened it, because it looks so pretty. That really makes a difference. And finally, I guess, well, not finally, another step that I take is when I get online orders, random online orders, or even an online order through a party. And I got this idea from Carla, and I thought it was fantastic. I always print off a little letter that goes through some information and thanks them for ordering from my website. And I'll include a little freebie sample in that and mail that out to them. And lastly, keep the customers happy. So for me, if somebody, if I'm following up with a customer and they've ordered a scent of the month bar, I want to know how they liked it. So if they tell me they weren't too keen on it, they didn't like it, you can contact Scentsy and see about getting an exchange, but I don't really bother. If the bar is new, I'll exchange it with something I have in stock for them. If they've only used like a square of it, I'll probably still exchange it for a brand new bar, and then I can just use the leftover of what they have for samples or doing up little party bags or something like that, just to keep them happy. So if they don't like the scent, then they have something new, and you've gone the extra mile for them when they didn't even expect it, because they probably bought that bar thinking, oh, I'm not too keen on it, but I'll just put it in my drawer and use it when I run out of something else. So that will make them happy as well. So that's pretty much everything I have in my notes. I want to thank you all for taking a few minutes to listen to me ramble on. I'm sure a lot of you are currently doing a lot of what I did go through, but if any of it did help you, that makes me happy. If you have any questions for me personally, feel free to comment them below, and if I don't know the answer, I will certainly get it as quickly as I can. Enjoy the rest of the day training. I know there's a lot of fantastic ladies set to speak today, so hopefully you get something out of it and make your September rock. Have a great day. Love you all.